What's up guys, welcome back to Indigo Gaming. Today we're going to go over my personal top 10 games I think you should play for 2019. So let's get to it. Starting out the list is the third entry and spin-off in the Reign series. Reign's Game of Thrones has you interacting with all the colorful characters in the Game of Thrones franchise. You simply swipe left or right like your own Tinder to make your decisions and watch as your kingdoms crumble or grow stronger in this choose your own adventure like game. It may seem simple at first, but don't let the fun aesthetics fool you. You'll be balancing your kingdom's future by focusing on your 4 pillars of power like your military strength and wealth. And on top of that, just like the Game of Thrones book and TV series, this game can be very unforgiving, so be sure to pay attention to what's actually happening at all times, or you may end up losing that crown or your head. Number 9 on the list in a game I play daily now is the Looney Tunes World of Mayhem game. Very nostalgic, this action RPG has you playing with your favorite tunes like Bugs and Daffy Duck in a fun animated world. You'll be able to do campaign missions fighting against other teams of tunes based on different worlds like the city or Mars. In addition, there's tons of other things to complete in the game as well, like challenges to get rare resources to update your Looney Tunes fighting powers, as well as player versus player matches and companion missions. All in all, a fun little game to play that won't get you burnt out and rekindle some of that childhood nostalgia. Coming up on number 8 on the list is the tactical RPG Fire Emblem Heroes. Offering beautiful cutscenes and even more strategy, Fire Emblem Heroes has you controlling a small team to fight against enemy teams on maps with varying degrees of terrain to maneuver within. Like typical games in this genre, you're fighting in a turn-based system where you and the enemy AI have your own phases to attack, dealing either physical or magical damage. The game boasts a ton of heroes to unlock thanks to the gacha summoning system that will have you playing with a wide variety of different fighters. The game offers your standard story missions on top of challenge missions, PvP, and other modes. If you've been a fan of the series or totally new, Fire Emblem Heroes is definitely a game to check out this year if you're looking for a good RPG-like game on your phone. King of Avalon, the mobile MMO strategy game where you are set on the path of kingship after the death of King Arthur. You're able to build your empire from the ground up, strengthening your structures, armies, and alliances. On top of that, there's dragons. Outside of training your dragons and troops, there's a lot of other things to do to secure your kingship with attacking and defending against other players in global PvP who are after the crown, as well as engaging in PvE to strengthen your skills more. If you're looking for a medieval fantasy type of game to play on the go, look no further. Next on the list is the fun gacha game Grand Chase. This game surprisingly doesn't get the recognition that it deserves here in North America with its gorgeous looking character designs and actual gameplay mechanics. Grand Chase is a strategy RPG game with over 70 characters to unlock in a captivating world rich with activities to complete. You have your standard story missions to learn the controls and start ranking up your team of fighters before you're thrust in other modes like the fun PvP battles in dungeons. If you're a fan of mobile RPGs and looking for a fun gacha game, Grand Chase should definitely be on your radar this year. Fun gameplay, beautiful cutscenes and graphics, and a lot to always do. WWE Champions is an action-packed puzzle RPG game that has you playing with all of your favorite wrestlers throughout WWE's history. My bro plays this all the time, and yeah, this game can definitely be addicting to anyone who is a fan of Bejeweled-like games. In WWE Champions, you're able to unlock and upgrade new wrestlers to your team, making them better fighters and making your puzzles a bit easier. Each wrestler has their own class where the strategy element comes into play on which wrestler to use against who. Outside of having great graphics, WWE Champions offers a ton of other things that keep you wrestling fans interested, like PvP battles and weekly events like SmackDown and Raw themed battles. Great game for any wrestling enthusiasts or fans of good puzzle games on the go. Next up is the good old Marvel Strike Force. The Earth is under attack and heroes and villains have to team up to stop it. Not even a year old, the game offers an impressive amount of characters and things to do outside of the main missions like fun events, alliance raids, etc. The game is a turn-based RPG that works well with having you working on not only leveling up your team but also creating teams with a harmony between them to lessen each of your fighters' weaknesses in fights and allow for combos. With the Marvel Endgame movie just right around the corner, this is a perfect game to help lessen that time until you see all of your fave Marvel characters back on the silver screen. A game you shouldn't be surprised to see here if you're a subscriber, Brawl Stars just recently had its global launch in 2019. Is the perfect time to get into the game. Offering over 20 unique fighters, Brawl Stars is a multiplayer arena fighter where you're able to play in a mix of fun multiplayer modes alongside teammates or solo. The game is an action game that surprisingly works well online using okay Wi-Fi, so just like games on your console, you shouldn't have to worry about much lag. Brawl Stars offers easy to use controls that anyone can pick up and play, and matches are usually just a couple minutes, so the perfect game to play on your lunch break or when you're just bored. The game is constantly releasing new skins and characters, so you should definitely give the game a look. Number 2 on the list is the mobile MMO RPG Era of Celestials. Offering superb graphics and character designs, Celestials offers an immense open world with challenges, other real players, AI controlled ones, and story missions to complete. On top of that, the game offers a rich amount of customization options for all 3 of the classes, allowing you to dress up your character in many different and sometimes zany styles. The gameplay itself can also be played automatically for the most part, allowing you to focus on the beauty of the game even if you're busy while your character runs from quest to quest. This is also great for gamers with disabilities who still want to have a fun MMO to play. Offering fast-paced action, RPG elements, and out-of-this-world graphics, Era of Celestials is definitely a free-to-play mobile you should definitely get your hands on. And last but certainly not least is another fun game to try out, Disney Heroes Battle Mode. I actually did my first impressions on the game here on the channel, and I honestly feel this game will only gain more traction as the year goes on, especially with all of the big new Disney movies coming out this year. The game offers an impressive roster of Disney and Pixar characters, so you can finally have your Buzz Lightyear, Frozone, and Mickey Mouse team up that you've always dreamed about. The game takes place in a video game where you're tasked with taking out this virus by unlocking new characters and fighting off the corrupted versions of your favorite characters. The game is more of a strategy game than action or RPG, but do have sprinkles of those elements sprinkled throughout. You can pick out your team and they fight automatically for the most part, and when their power level is high enough, you're able to unleash a super move to damage the enemies even more. Eventually you'll be able to unlock other modes like tournaments and arena, where you're able to pit your team against other player teams to see who's better. If you're a fan of Disney or Pixar characters and want to play a fun, non-try-hard game, you should definitely check out this game this 2019. Anyway guys, thanks for checking out my personal top 10 mobile games you should try out. I know you guys will probably have a completely different list, so please feel free to leave those in the comment section below and let's compare. I may find some new games to try out myself to make another list on. But yeah guys, this is Indigo Gaming signing out. Peace.